up, everybody? Today we're going to be taking a look at a Power Rangers Megaforce Gosei Great Megazord. This is the Bandai of America version. As you can see, very cool looking packaging here. It includes a sword, the 5 different headers, as well as the Zords themselves, which the headers attached to. It's part of the Zord Builder collection. Lots of nice looking figures here, which is, I gotta give credit to Bandai of America here. It's actually really nice. Not as good as Gosei because of some things I'll get to, but as you can see in the packaging here, we come now with the 3 different sets of the Sea, Land, and Sky Brothers sets. Come with a little Ranger minifigure and the line Megazord with the other motorcycles, which we know is the Sky and Sea line, and a whole bunch of different things on here that we'll get into later reviews. But you can see here, no names of what any of these are called. I had to find this information out for myself. But really nice size packaging here. I really don't have too much to complain about it. Really nice. Now, getting it open and taking a look at the dragon header here, we can see that, you know, it's nice. The mouth doesn't open like the Gosei version, but the crest does go up, and it is a soft rubber that does bend. Why it goes up, I have no reason whatsoever. That was just something with the Gosei or Band of America version, but you see the wheels there rotate nicely. We have the snake header next. Again, the mouth does not articulate open at all. Nothing else in it other than those 3 wheels right there and there. And they can just roll very nicely. And pretty much the same thing for the rest of the headers here. Like the shark header we have here, same exact thing. No other articulation points, just the 3 wheels, which will allow it to roll very nicely. Next up, we're going to have the tiger header, as you can see. I don't know, the detailing on this is actually really good for Bandai of America. That really surprises me at how nice they actually came out. Now, it's not to say that they're better than the Gosei version, because they're not at all. You know, but it's a very nice substitute to have for your collection there. But now attaching the headers is very simple. They just pop right on without any trouble at all, as you can see I'm doing right here, and rather quickly. But yeah, here's a 360 of the Dragon Megazord, as well as the rest of them, which I gotta say, they're lacking some detail, and there's some things that are weird about them, but overall, they look good for a Bandai of America version, like I keep saying. Now, right here, he articulates a full 360 around on each wing, and go forwards and back, well, up and down, and that's something right there that you just saw that the Bandai of Japan version didn't do, and that those wings there were articulated backwards, which is very nice. As you can see, he's missing some detail continued on the neck there, going towards the head, as well as that neck does go in, and the tail does detach, and the Megazord head is now stored in the tail, which we'll get into a little bit better. But he has wheels on the feet there, which allow him to roll very nicely. Next up, we'll take a look at the snake. There has been some word that he does not bend here like the Bandai of Japan version, but you know, it's not as good as that version, but it still pulls it off that little arc there to look like a snake. So overall, I think it looks nice. But again, you got the wheels here, right there and there. You got some more towards the middle and 2 towards the back, which allow this sword to roll very smoothly. Next up, we have the shark header. Nothing special about this, just rolls. It's got 3 sets of wheels. And same thing over here on the Tiger Megazord. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 wheels, and that's it. And lastly, we have the Phoenix Megazord, which, okay, the wings go completely up. I don't completely understand why. I mean, not that it's bad, but the more or less way it's supposed to look is like this, with these wings kind of angled here, which you can still do. I mean, you could just have them sit completely down, but you can just have them sit in place like so, which isn't too terrible. And again, you got the wheels on the bottom added to the header, which allow it to roll very nicely. Now, let's combine the Megazords to make Gosei great. What you're going to want to do first, well, I'll talk about these cards first. You get 2 cards with this set here. You get cards with some other sets. We have the Gosei Great and the Gosei Grand Great Megazord, or whatever it's called. But you just want to fold up the snake like that. Fold up the tiger now, very simply. Come over here, close up the wings on the Phoenix. Shark, you want to open up the tail now, and you might want to have nails or something for this, because it can be a pain, but there's that. Over here, detach the tail. You can push the head in. I lift up the crest just for fun. Attach the tiger now, peg it in right there. You can attach the dragon, attach the Phoenix, and then the shark. Now over here in the tail, you want to flip this over, open that up, take the header out, and now you can tab that right back in, and now we have the sword, which I'll get into in a little bit. But now over here in this header, you can see it's got some soft plastic over here, which kind of can misshape them in the packaging, but you just pop that on there, and for the effect, I'll put the crest down. And then real quick, here's a quick 360 of the whole Megazord now. For the Megazord articulation, you gotta lift up the wing, and then just like usual Megazords go, you only get just about the arm in motion. You get a full 360 on the Phoenix Sword and on the Shark Sword over here. Really not much else, but over here on the upper torso, from about the dragon's feet up, it's very loose, as well as the wings are. The joints are, you know, on the wings are just kind of like wobbly, as well as the legs there, and the arms are a little wobbly. But you know, you can just take the sword here and plug it in right like so, and then that's pretty much that. And yeah, you got it looking pretty cool. You know, the sword's, you know, inaccurate, and you know, you could turn the head like this as a little kind of, I guess you want to call it a mod I did. But you can see it doesn't fully connect, but it'll give it this really nice kind of look right here as to where he's looking on that angle there. It really kind of adds to the articulation. But like I said, the Dragon Sword, it connects good. All the ports are nice and tight, but really what it comes down to is just the plastic is just kind of wobbly. So I mean, if you're really looking for something more accurate, I would say go definitely for the Gosei version of this Megazord. But now, what usually happened was the neck part of the dragon that you saw real quick, that detached and that connected to the sword, and then you didn't have that hole there inside the sword where the head is stored. And then the head also would rotate out of the dragon right there, as well as all the ports were black. But I kind of like that they blend in well with each Zord now. As you can see on the Black Snake, his ports are black, yellow's yellow, pink's, well, white, red's are red, blue's blue, you know. It really does look better, in my opinion, in that aspect. But as far as detailing goes, if you got a bigger wallet of spending on this, I would definitely go for the Gosei version. You know, you have to buy that overseas. It's going to be more expensive. But I mean, if you're on a budget and you really want to get this set right here, I would absolutely tell you to pick up the Power Rangers Megaforce set.